Hey everybody, I am Jared Clark with Airguns of Arizona. Today we're going to be taking a look at a classic rifle. The BSA Gold Star SE is the one I have here in my hands. However, BSA as a company has been around as long as Airguns. They're one of the original manufacturers, and the craftsmanship and the quality just show through their final product here. So what I'm gonna do today is give you an in-depth look at this gun. We're gonna shoot it at 20, we're gonna shoot it at 50. We're gonna see how many shots it gets. Basically just put it under the microscope and see how it holds up. Let's do it. So BSA as a manufacturer has been doing pre-charged guns for a very long time. They have a lot of things going their way in terms of accuracy, performance. They've had years and years and years as a company to perfect it, and it really shows when you put your hands on something like this. One of the centerpieces for me about these guns is actually right here. You can see the barrel directly. The cold steel hammer forged barrels that BSA uses and utilizes, they make them in-house, and they work really well. They hold up, they're durable, and they'll be just as accurate as anything else out there. So there's a really cool video that explains that process and how they do it. It's just an interesting process on how they manufacture the barrels. So we'll probably put a link to that somewhere in this video or down below it. Be sure and check that out. It really shows you a cool, unique way that a airgun barrel is made by BSA. All of the BSA rifles are available in both 177 and 22 caliber. The Gold Star specifically here in 177 is single shot only, and 22 caliber is multi-shot or single shot, you can choose. All right, now looking at the actual rifle itself and not just the barrel, the big thing you're gonna see on the Gold Star, the stock has adjustability. So I've always kind of thought this gun screams field target all over it with all this adjustability. You can do length of pull here, you can cant the buttstock. This is all done with a 3mm Allen key, by the way. There's these little holes cut here. That's where all of the set screws are. So if you just go in there, get it, there we go, we'll loosen that. So here, you can do the length of pull. It's adjustable about 2 to 3 inches. When you get it where you want it, you just tighten up. So that's what it is for all of these here. This one, you can come up and down to get it where you like. Same deal, it has an Allen key right there. And then up underneath, we'd mentioned here, this one's pretty cool. So this one can actually come both down here, and then it slides forward and backward here too. So for competition shooting, using your knee, incorporating different shooting positions, this is a really cool feature. It's not on a lot of guns. So that's what I would say it definitely drives home for the BSA, is this gun's made to be a multi-purpose gun. So lots of adjustability, really makes it comfortable to shoot in the field target position, prone, sitting, whatever you need it to be. This stock can be adapted to you. So the stock, and it's pretty good to look at too. This one's the Gold Star SE black laminate. It's also available in a red and blue laminate as well. So now let's take a look at some of the other features that this BSA rifle has here. This one in front of me is a magazine fed gun. So you have a 10-shot rotary style magazine that comes in the 22 caliber. Each BSA rifle will come with a small container of some silicone grease. This is great for any O-rings. You get the fill probe that goes into the end of your air cylinder, and then all of the adjustable Allen keys needed to adjust the stock, trigger, put your scope mounts on, whatever you could possibly need. You get a whole set. You also can then they have a really cool single shot tray that'll stay in place, flip out, you load one at a time and secure it back into place. So we'll probably utilize that at 50 and give you a closer look at it, but it's a unique system from BSA. The guns use a straight pull bolt lever system here. So it is very easy to operate, very classic. Pull it back and it clicks, that's how you know the rifle's ready to fire. These rifles are regulated, so this one will give you a nice consistent shot curve, and with the idea being field target, it's gonna be about as accurate as anything else out there. The scope rails are a 13mm dovetail rail. They are machined right into the top of the action here. I went ahead and added the MTC Mamba Ultralight here. It matches the gun nicely, you know, for kind of offhand shooting. It's a lightweight, easy to see through glass. So good pair here. You have a mechanical safety. This is really easy to use, and it tells you fire, safe. It can be done when the gun's cocked, when the gun's not cocked. There's no limitations to the safety. So it's a good functioning, good working safety that the gun has. The air cylinder that this uses, I believe, is 163 cc's. It's not a huge reservoir compared to some of the bottle guns and stuff like that that are available, but it gets you a really good consistent shot curve. On the end of the barrel, you have the air stripper moderator. So this one is a harmonic device that can be adjusted by you. Has a couple of Allen keys in there that when you loosen it, you can make small adjustments. I think the idea is to kind of dampen the harmonics. You can change the tone of the harmonics as it comes out the barrel. It's a little bit too complicated for me. So that being said, for guys like me, it's also threaded under there. So you could take that off and put a nice sound moderator or something like that to make it really quiet. So at the end of the day, you have a lot of options with this gun. It can be set up for, like we said, field target. It can be set up to shoot cans in the backyard. It can be set up to hunt quietly. There's a lot of options here. And the heart of it is BSA just makes such a good shooting gun, then it'll cover all of those bases. So you can't go wrong with the BSA Gold Star or any of the rifles from BSA in that matter. You get a match grade 2-stage adjustable trigger. BSA triggers are great. You have a nice metal trigger guard here with a cut so you can make all your adjustments. The gun does utilize a quick fill probe, so it'll come in the bag with the accessories, but you fill it right here, max 230 bar fill. BSA guns come with a 1-year manufacturer's warranty. So now we've looked at it, seen some of the adjustments of the stock. Let's take it back to the 20 yards and run some chronograph numbers, and we'll test some accuracy and take it out to 50. So we have the BSA Gold Star 22 caliber back here at our 20-yard range. This is where we run chronograph numbers as well as get a first indicator for accuracy. The BSA 10-shot magazine is very simple and very easy to use. You have this little notch on one end. I point that to the right, and as long as that's pointing to the right, you just simply put a pellet in, and then you spin it to the next open and available slot. So it's actually the weight, the tension of the last pellet is what holds the drum. There's no springs or anything like that. So it's a very easy magazine to load. And then the other thing I find cool about it is it has a nice indicator telling you which pellet you're on up top here. So if you're ever curious how many shots you have left or what shot out of 10 you're currently using, it'll tell you right there. So I filled it up to about 220 bar is the max fill on this BSA. It is regulated, so we should see some tight consistency, but let's find out how many shots we get and what kind of accuracy we can expect. BSA Gold Star. All right, so off of a 230 bar fill with some 21 grain H&N Barracudas, I was getting right at about 810 feet per second. So you get about 24, 25 really, really good consistent shots right at that 26, 28 foot-pounds that you're gonna be seeing at those numbers. So it's very consistent. That small air cylinder up front is doing a really good job of maximizing not only your shots per fill, but keeping them really tight and consistent and close together. Alternatively, the gun is available in the 177 caliber. You will get slightly higher shots. It looks like with those same 10.3 grain Barracudas now, you're gonna be averaging just about 850, and you can do that again for about 25 to 30 shots. So with the cylinder that's on board, regardless of caliber, you can expect to get in the ballpark of 25 to 30 shots, but they will be very accurate and very consistent. So we've loaded up the magazine. The 22 does have the multi-shot option, so I'm gonna be using the magazine, but we're gonna put 5 shots at 20 yards and get our first indication for repeatability and accuracy. All right, so that's 5 out of the mag pretty quickly too. So it's showing good repeatability here at 20. So with that being said, let's take it out to 50 and see how it does. Okay, so we have the BSA Gold Star out here at 50 yards. We set up a EBR style target down range. We're gonna put 5 shots. I'm gonna be utilizing the single loading tray. We did the magazine back at the range, so we'll be utilizing this cool single loading tray out here at 50. And I'm gonna be shooting JSB Exact Jumbo, so let's get 5 on paper. So 5 shots, let's go down there and take a look. So we're downrange. I mean, basically wearing out this hole right here. It was a 10 power scope, and I don't know about that little guy there. Most likely me more so than the gun, but even with that little bit of an outlier, all covers up completely with the challenge coin. So that thing is grouping real tight at 50 yards. It shows every indication that accuracy will hold together if you do your part. It's just gonna put pellet on top of pellet here at 50 yards. Let's go back into the showroom and wrap it up. So there it is, the BSA Gold Star SE 22 caliber. We saw you're getting right at about 26 to 28 foot-pounds. You get about 40 shots per fill, and the accuracy is just as good as I could ever be. So the gun gives you everything you could ever want in a package like this. It could be set up for field target, it could be set up for plinking, pesting, whatever you need it to be. This gun will be accurate and reliable enough to do it for you. So I really hope that you enjoyed this review of the BSA rifle. If you want to see more videos like it, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Facebook, join the Airguns of Arizona mailer list, any way that you can stay connected with us. That's going to do it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you next time.